I'm Dalvin Seamster. I'm 16 years old. When I was a baby, I first got adopted by Teresa Seamster. I used to live in Mississippi, and I was in Hurricane Katrina, which brought us back up here to Minnesota. And then about a year or so later, then she passed away. I've been hopping from foster home to foster home for about 2 years because I was rebellious and fearful of loss and kind of feeling lonely because of my mother passing away. I felt homeless. I didn't feel complete. I just wanted to be in a place that I know that felt like home, and I felt loved, and someone that was there for me and to love and care for me.
My name is Marita, and I am an adopted parent, and my husband and I have 5 children, 3 boys, 2 girls. Our youngest daughters are adopted domestically from Minnesota. I was adopted in 1981 to an amazing couple that lived in Shoreview, Minnesota, and my younger brother was also adopted with me at the same time. My brother and I are extremely close, and I think it's from the circumstances that have gone through. So knowing that we both came from the same biological family, and knowing what adoption means to us, I think we're so much closer and best friends because of that.
I'm Sarah Johnson. I'm 18, go to Stillwater High School. I like to volunteer at my church. I teach Sunday school and confirmation. I was adopted. I went home from the hospital with my parents, so I've always known my parents are always really open about it. I mean, they never tried to hide it from me. They never were ashamed of it at all or anything. I mean, it wasn't as big of a deal for me growing up as some people probably think it was. I don't think about it every day that I'm adopted. I live with my parents. I'm a normal kid.
I can't even think about what my life would have been in Columbia because I don't think about that. I always think about just what my life is today. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. When I went back there a year ago, I could see where my brothers and sisters are in their life and what they're doing, and it's such a hard life there. And so I kind of look at today and my family and just feel blessed that I was adopted, and I would never change anything for that.
I always have that moment where I think back on what my life would be like if I wasn't adopted or if I was still with my biological family. And to be honest, I think I'd probably be dead or in jail. Because, I mean, it was pretty bad on how rebellion and how my anger from my past and stuff spewed out, and how I reacted to things. I'd probably be dead or in jail.
I don't think about being adopted all the time. These are my parents. These are people who raised me, the people who I love, who are my real parents. They're not, it's not a big deal, I guess, anymore. And it's something that I grew up with, something that I like about myself.
There's a lot to say about Yvette. She's a lovely woman. She's very energetic. She's very nice, and I can tell that she wanted the best for me. Yvette actually took me to places, and she kind of acted like a big sister, and she didn't really judge me on my file. She knew about my file, and we talked about it, and we talk about goals and stuff for me to change and how to make my life better. And I trusted her.
Hope's involvement with the adoption of Sophia and Stephanie was we had to have emergency foster care in order for the girls to stay in our home. And so Colleen really helped us understand what emergency foster care was and how we would go about doing that. And so we did have the girls in emergency foster care for about 9 months until we were able to finalize the adoption.
I think without Hope adoption, I don't think that there would be as many, parents being as confident about adoption and knowing as much as they could. I think that Hope does a really good job at providing like really good support for like different prospective parents and stuff, because I know that my parents got a lot of support. They got to know a lot of people really, really well within Hope, and they formed such strong ties to it, and it just became part of their lives. And I think that without Hope, I mean, there wouldn't be the support system for parents that they really needed to go through with the adoptions and to really make it through and have it be a successful.
It's a roller coaster period of your life. I mean, there are ups and there are downs, and there was somebody there to hold our hand, somebody that you can pick up a phone and you can call, and they can talk you down, they can talk you through, they can help you with the paperwork. I called doing all that paperwork my labor pains. I think we had a better understanding of who we were as parents before she was ever born than most people probably do.
I will have to say that being adopted wasn't always easy, and I think I gave my parents grief over different things that they didn't understand that I had to go through. But now as an adult, I think adoption is the most amazing thing that you can do for a child. I know that adoption isn't easy. I know that, but I also know that it's such an amazing experience for me to have gone through. So I just think it's pretty special.
I'm glad I'm adopted. I haven't let my past destroy my future. I've been with Tony Connor since 2010 when I was adopted. There's a lot of things to describe her. She's funny, she's caring, loving, she's very responsible. I don't know, I just can't explain how happy she makes me. I'm just so glad that she's a part of my life and that she was there to help me change my life and get me on the right track and the right road for my future. I just can't explain how amazing she is. It is amazing to adopt a kid, especially for teenagers, because you can make a dramatic change in their life. Because what a teenager really wants is to be loved, to be valued, and have some attention and someone there to spend time with them.
A lot of people don't understand my adoption just because I do have older siblings, and they do live with my biological parents, so it doesn't make sense to many people why I would be the only one that was put up for adoption, but to me it makes perfect sense because it was the thing that they needed to get themselves on track, and it was the thing my parents needed to complete their family and to be whole. I think that my parents did a great job. Apparently, they get a lot of compliments on me about how I'm such a great kid and everything, and I think that it's just because they've given me so much love as I've grown up. I'm so close to my parents, and I appreciate everything they've always done for me, and they just really showed me how loved I am and how much they need me in their lives. And I think because of that, I've just been so it's really made me want to help other people. It's made me want to reach out and to be there for others because I feel like everybody needs to know that they're loved and they're cared for, I guess.